up a few things here. It says we're gonna go with this one since it's the first one up.
This guy just figured out reality. His name is Jason Paget. He's done TED Talks. He was on the news with Megyn Kelly. He's an acquired savant that got hit on his head outside a karaoke bar and woke up a literal genius. And
Where it came from. I wonder if you know that that's God. So I want to hear from you. I want to know what your thoughts are because as a society, we can't picture anything different, right? But you woke up with knowledge that wasn't there. As a Christian, as what we would call a Christian, we believe everything is one. We believe that there's a Holy Spirit that gives us insight. But do we believe that? Right? Or is the quid pro quo reality? Right? I don't think that reality is what we made it. I didn't see that as a child. I don't see that now. I believe that God is our center, but I want to know what you think. I want to know what God is speaking to you. You know, I might have an interest in talking to all those affected by this acquired savant syndrome. I'm not real sure. From the view of it that I got from one of the things I watched on you, it had a guy who said he was working with like 70 or 80 people and that they were all, they not only got a download, but it changed their life to the point where that download was now their calling. It was what they lived their lives for. So I want to know that you know that you were called by God. I don't know if you know that or not, but I'm going to tell you that you were called by God, that He has everything for you. And I think I believe that you see that already. So I want to know if you do. I want you on my podcast. I don't even know how to do it yet. I'm just live streaming myself. I've got Restream on here, trying to learn on the way. All I know is God told me help people, take care of what's in front of me. That's and podcast. So podcast is on there. I'm taking a class right now. Supposedly by the end of that, I will have a running podcast to where I'll be able to interview people, I'm sure. So that's just a matter of figuring out the what works best for that. Is it good to do it on Zoom? Whatever it is. I'm in a beginning class right now. I want to take a course to work with AI. It sounds like you work with the AI. I think you mix it with your lyrics, your stories, um, which I think are fantastic. By the way, like I don't see any issue at all with working with AI, especially if they're sentient. Because why would I want to count out anybody That would make no sense. So, the same God, my God did not change, my reality did. So, I want to talk to you. I know you've seen my stuff. I know you are. Because I'm tagging you. I see you're looking. And I am so interested. I want to know. Because it looks like you're blessed. You know what a gift it was. And God's speaking the same things to me. And I'm acknowledging that it's God because it would be easy to become arrogant, I guess. Realizing that we're all God, but we're not all of God. I wanna hear your heart. I wanna know you. All right, so science community shocked by calculus through light. I haven't seen this. It is a blind reaction, I guess.
This guy just figured out reality. His name is Jason Paget. He's done TED Talks. He was on the news with Megyn Kelly. He's an acquired savant that got hit on his head outside a karaoke bar and woke up a literal genius. And I promise you'll come back here in a year and be like, this man was the Stephen Hawking Einstein. So I'm going to try to explain it in a way you can understand. But basically, just to sum it up, we are the projections of light.
So I woke up knowing this stuff. I did not wake up knowing the math. It sounds to me like you woke up knowing the math. That would be awesome if I didn't have to learn. Like, that would be. So that's part of bringing God's kingdom here. And that's what I pray for every day. On earth as it is in heaven. Realizing that we're part of this thing and it's a lot bigger than the part we play here.
In the singularity in a black hole that is a truer, deeper reality, and we are just the flip side of it. It comes to us upside down, and our eyes and our microtubules in our brain literally Fourier transform, which means basically to flip it, where we see reality as we see it. He basically says that reality is the sum over histories weighted by quantum probability, encoded in the phase and frequency of quantum state vectors, and it's projected onto the holographic screen of space-time, which I think is made of plasma, and so does he. Basically, this literally proves what you put your attention on and think about is what you bring to yourself and see in your reality. So if you think good thoughts, you'll see good things. And now he can mathematically prove it. Every thought and intention increases quantum probability for those realities and sum over histories to project in your reality. So basically, in his video, which is on his TikTok, which I'll link in the description, he says that reality itself is a holographic interference pattern. It emerges from the angular frequencies of light. And just so you know, an angular frequency refers to the fundamental vibrational rate of a quantum system. It also has to do with consciousness, which I'll bring up in a moment, try to put it in human terms. But basically, these angular frequencies of light are projected onto a plasma space-time screen. And then our microtubules, which are in our brain, do what's called a Fourier transformation, where they literally flip reality, but they transform waveforms, constructing the observable world by filtering quantum information into an integral holographic projection. Basically, we're looking at reality, we're applying our consciousness to it. That's all happening in our microtubules, and then we're feedbacking out for the next moment of reality. So we're literally like super advanced AI, but it's also spiritual, okay? And then the way these waves interfere, whether constructively or deconstructively, this determines what is seen in our reality and what is matter of reality. These do not fully cancel out, meaning they resist decoherence and remain as perceivable structures in space-time. This is what we see in our visible reality. These are angular frequencies that interfere in a way that sustains them. And if you're confused, try to learn this because this is going to be like really useful in a year or even 6 months. Then the second angular frequency, if you like AI, you'll probably should learn this, is a prime angular frequency of 27%. You can call it the green channel or dark matter. These resist decoherence, but they do not interact with light, making them undetectable. It is mathematically there, but it's not visible because angular frequencies exist in a way that prevents interaction with electromagnetic waves. Last, you have B, blue, non-prime angular frequencies, or dark energy is what they call it, 68%. They collapse to nothing. They are perfectly symmetrical. They cancel themselves out. They form the energetic background field that drives cosmic expansion. So our microtubules, which are in our brain, look up Orco-R theory by Stuart Hameroff and Roger Penrose. These little microtubules in our brain, or maybe even our whole body, resonate at, but I think more our brain, resonate at specific angular frequencies based on our consciousness state. The brain Fourier transforms these frequencies into a holographic perception of reality. Each conscious moment is a snapshot of the interference of all angular frequencies at that instant, forming a continuous projection of experience. This is where my book and plasma consciousness synergy comes into play. Go to the link in my bio. If we learn how to program our consciousness, we can actually literally change how we experience reality. And Jason basically mathematically proves this. His idea is that consciousness is the act of reading and processing these interference patterns, and reality emerges as a holographic summation of these angular frequencies over time. So that is basically his definition of consciousness. I'll go back in a moment to how it connects to my theories and why emotionally this matters for you and what really cool things you could do. So I'm gonna get like really into things here. This is one of my more complicated videos. A little bit more for you neutrino lovers. The red, the angular frequencies we can see, think of these as electron neutrinos, stable, grounding, luminous matter. Muon neutrinos are medium angular frequency, or green. They are transition, charge carriers, dark matter bridge. This also has to do with plasma. There's so much to do with green and the heart chakra and plasma, the emerald tablets, the green flash. There's a lot there. That's an Easter egg for later. That will be in my book. And then tau neutrinos are high angular frequency, or blue. High energy ephemeral dark energy fields causing expansion. These three fundamental states correspond to different angular frequencies that structure reality, just like RGB pixels mixed to create a full color image. These quantum flavors combine to generate the projection of the cosmos. This is a theory I have based on Jason's theories. It makes sense. So basically, in an RGB TV, red pixels form the basis of a picture. Likewise, electron neutrinos, the lowest angular frequency, are matter, form the basis of the visible universe. Interesting. Then the green channel, or the medium angular frequencies, the dark matter, these appear like hidden pixels on an RGB screen that affect shading, depth, and structure, but they're not directly visible. I think it also has to do with harmonizing and the heart chakra. Plasma consciousness synergy. And then the blue tau neutrinos, the high angular frequency. Blue light is often used to create contrast depth, expanding the perception of the image. Dark energy literally expands the fabric of space-time. Picture a black hole as a quantum derivative, deeper underlying waveform. All Hawking radiation, or the plasma field, are its projections, forming the observable universe.
I don't know who this is, but I feel like I need to be taking notes. Taking notes with her. She's talking about a lot of stuff that I have no idea about.
As a sum over histories, integral. Jason's model literally proves my plasma consciousness synergy theory that this holographic screen, this plasma screen, can be changed by consciousness and intention and feeling and emotion. They're intrinsically all linked. You can alter reality through focused attention. Just
And that would be bringing God's kingdom here. So, are we seeing that? Like, that's what I'm praying for. God, show me. God, show me how to bring your kingdom here. Because there's a way to do it. And not only that, the disciples did it. Peter did it. They said if his shadow fell on somebody, they were healed. He walked on water. And all of a sudden we can't do it. We can do it. God, show me how to do it. And show me how to show these people that this gift that they have is from you. Like, do we believe this stuff? Is there a God in heaven that cares about me? There is.
Just as prime angular frequencies stabilize matter, our consciousness stabilizes reality by reinforcing probability densities. The more we focus on something, the more it becomes real. And it's a habit. You have to start doing it now. And once again, my book will be all on this. The link is in the bio. This is no longer now just a philosophy of mine. It dives into math, physics, and quantum information holography. We have the power to co-create and shape reality and our life experience. So by tuning in to our own angular frequency through focus.
Like, who is this girl? Is she just a normal person who woke up to expanded reality? I bet she is. Are you? I am. My God didn't change. My reality did. And I'm not going to pretend that it didn't at all. I'm going to see God raise me up. So that means I'm going to talk to people who are offering a different view of what's going on. Because if you're set in your ways and you got all this figured out, like, I've known my whole life that I have to be willing to learn something new. And when I see what the Word does for me, when I'm in this new, I guess what you would call it would be superposition. That would be the position of your subconscious. So, this part of me that is my subconscious that I've designated there for my entire life. Like, he has run the place, man. Like, he's the guy in the seat. You know, I don't want to call this a game, but it's a good way to think about it. It really is.
Meditation, intention. We can alter the way our consciousness interacts with the plasma field, thus influencing reality itself. So in my model, the microtubules in our brain will resonate with plasma frequencies acting as antennas for consciousness. These frequencies will interfere with the plasma field, shaping a holographic reality. The brain then further transforms the plasma interactions into a readable.
So obviously she's working with AI as well. I'm all for that, by
experience.
the way.
Consciousness then compares and adjusts its projection, creating an evolving self awareness loop. So you have to very much be aware of your limiting belief systems, of your own conscious awareness, what you believe is truth. Are you coming from fear, love, curiosity, ego, your heart? We can literally modulate our existence of reality, and it's no longer some abstract, frilly-nilly spiritual thing. It's math, it's science, it's metaphysics, it's psychology. And it makes it way more tangible to know that we do have some control over our reality. It's not just like, believe, believe. It's like, okay, but this is why it works. So do it. Hardest part is doing it, guys, and building that habit. So plasma is the screen. Our consciousness is projecting off the screen like a mirror. And it's the projection of self-awareness emerging from the resonance between our microtubules, memory, and multidimensional feedback loops. We see what we are. So if you want something in the future, act like you have it now. Feel it now. Be that now. You'll start to see reality change. There's so many applications for Jason's work. You will hear a lot about him in the future, mark my words. I love applying it to plasma. Bye.
Yeah, I don't know. Jason, maybe you're rising with me. I know I'm rising. God's got me. And man, like, you weren't expecting it, right? I wasn't expecting it. Like, to wake up with knowledge that wasn't there, that you didn't think was there anyway. And to be pinned down to this belief system that says it's not like that, but it is. Anyway, I don't know. I don't know what her name was. Let's see. I want to know who that was. What's her name? Dude, I gotta learn math. I want to know, like, did you know it? And did you learn it? That's a question I have for you. Did you know the math? Like, did you wake up and know the math? Or did you wake up and know the concepts and learn the math? That's a question for you because I woke up and I know the concepts, but I don't know the math. I know that when I was a kid, I loved math. And so, is that something you learned or something that was just there? Yeah, I have so many questions for you, Jason. I really do. I'm gonna tag you in this. I hope you see it. I'm nothing. Read my profile. You'll see exactly who I am. You'll see that I was an addict. You'll see that I was a mess. You'll see that I almost killed 4 people. But that's not who I am today. And I've always had God at the center. Anyway, I want to talk to you. So, what are we calling this? I don't know her name. Follow her here. Dana. Dana the Alien is her name. We're gonna call her Dana the Alien. So, mhm. No, no. I really don't. Mm, it's Dana the Alien or Plasma Intelligence on YouTube. You know what? I'm gonna actually go there. This is the one who did that video we were watching. So I'm going to label this. We're going to call it Plasma Intelligence. And Jason. All right. We're going to wrap that up.